But we're going to move on to the fabulous Queen Victoria now. It's one of your favourite ships, isn't it, Keith?
I loved it. She's my secret favourite out of the whole fleet, and I had many, many happy years on there as ED.
Well,
Fantastic.
we can actually show Keith on board the Queen Victoria right now. Here he is.
Cunard have been taking people around the world for over 170 years. And what's more, they've been doing it with style and sophistication. They have one of the oldest histories, but youngest fleets, and all three current queens pay homage to that magical past whilst offering cutting-edge design and all the comforts of a modern cruise ship. Once you've tasted the food in the Britannia or the King's Court, many of you won't think of going anywhere else. But for those of you with adventurous tastes, you can choose from numerous specialty restaurants. For a small cover charge that wouldn't even buy you a starter in the UK, you can sample Italian, Indian and French cuisine. But my top tip is to try the Asian-themed Lotus, because the scallop spring rolls are simply stunning. All the queens feature the famous Golden Lion pub, where a freshly pulled pint and fish and chips will really hit the spot. Thank you. Other favourites include the cigar bar Churchill's, the Bubbles of the Veuve Clicquot Champagne Bar, and the real jewel in the crown, the Commodore Club. Here, not only will you enjoy panoramic views, but also the skills of Cunard's famous martini mixologists. And my personal favourite recommendation is this, the cool as a cucumber martini. Cunard attracts some of the biggest names in entertainment. With extensive enrichment programmes and West End style shows and cabaret in the Royal Court Theatre, you won't be disappointed. My favourite thing though was the sheer amount of live music all around this ship, with party bands, jazz bands, full orchestras, pianists and even a harpist. It really is a music lover's heaven. I was lucky enough to work on all three ships in the fleet, and in that time I never once heard a crew member say no to a guest. And this is part of Cunard's legendary White Star service, an onboard mantra which all the crew from the captain down to the laundry boy embrace with pride. There's numerous options for your accommodation, from inside through to luxurious grill suites. All are en suite, offer 24-hour room service and 2 turn-down stay. But best of all, they all feature the Sealy Cunard mattress. Trust me, you will sleep like a baby.
I've got to say, Cunard are very impressive. I know, you know, I've been on the Queen Mary, some of that footage was shot on the Queen Mary. There's the Queen Elizabeth and here the Queen Victoria, but they're all stunning ships, aren't they?
They are. They've got the youngest fleet in the whole of the cruise industry, you know. I mean, their oldest ship is Queen Mary 2, which is 2004, so...
And she's amazing.
And she's beautiful, yeah.
Wow, so this really is 5-star opulent luxury. So, it's a great cruise around the Norwegian Fjords, but I know when I'm cruising from Southampton, what I like to, because there's nothing worse than kind of having to get up really early and be worried about traffic, you know, and getting to the actual port on time. What I often do is stay in the Marriott. Have you stayed in the Marriott?
I have stayed in the Marriott, and the thing is, we've got a permanent, ongoing half price deal with them, because we basically get £70 for our guests, but normally it would be 140 for that whole package. So we get for £70 per person per night. Per person, yeah. But the great thing is you actually park there, so you leave your car there, don't you? You leave your car there, and you get a show. You basically get driven through to the port.
And that's all included?
That's all included. So you're basically paying for your parking as well with that. It's
really, really worth doing. And now, so I've stayed there many, many times. They've always looked after me and all of our Planet Cruise customers. So let's take you to the Meon Valley. Planet Cruise have a great partnership with the Marriott Meon Valley 4-star hotel here in Southampton. Bed, breakfast, free car parking, transfers to and from the port are actually all included. Now, I arrived earlier yesterday. I had someone take care of my bags. I went for a swim. I had the most amazing night's sleep, and I've just finished off a hearty breakfast. And now, with my car safely parked, I'm about to take the chauffeur-driven shuttle to Southampton Port, which is a mere 12 miles away. And then when my cruise is over, they'll drop me off here and I can drive safely home.
I like that shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wasn't expensive, as you can imagine. But I love that hotel.
Yeah,
the Meon
great.
Valley, honestly,
Yeah.
and it makes it a lot easier. And your holiday starts a night earlier, so you relax,
Absolutely.
you know, have a great meal.
And again, you know your car's safe, you know, you know, lovely.
So if you want to do that, we've got a special deal with the Marriott there, £70 per person per night. So, let's show you this outstanding cruise from Southampton, of course, and it's all the way around the Norwegian Fjords, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this has been the most popular sailing for us for Cunard for about 2013, so we're giving people a chance to get in on this very early on. First port of call is going to be Stavanger after a relaxing day at sea. Wonderful patchwork of colourful cottages. As you walk through Stavanger, you'll see local artists working, and it's got a wonderful kind of artistic bohemian feel. You've also got some great museums like the Norwegian Cannon Museum, the Petroleum Museum. You can go out to some local traditional sites like here. This is the Troll's Tongue. You've got Pulpit Rock. You've got the Kajag Boulder. And of course, just wonderful slow sailings down these gorgeous fjords. Absolutely stunning, and it's a great place to get your trolls.
And collect them. Where next, Keith?
Then we're going to Oldham. It's a sleepy hamlet that sprang to life in the 18th century. So today is the gateway to the Brigstad Glacier, which is one of Norway's must-see sites. This is Lake Oldham as well, which is, again, many believe Norway's most beautiful lake, and often has this kind of almost unique green appearance, which is something to do with glacier milk, as you can see just on the edge there. You've got this, and you've got, of course, the chance just to walk along this million-year-old glacier, skirting past gushing waterfalls, and then you just see this shimmering mass of ice ahead of you. You'll just be absolutely lost for words. It's incredible.
And then over to Flom.
Flom, yeah, the small place between steep mountains. Great chance to do that famous ride on the railway, all the way up to Myrdal through those tunnels, up to 3,000 foot. Great chance to see some of these beautiful fjords here. Look at these gorgeous mountains. Go through to Omrudal and meet the wonderful goats that produce that great cheese. 1,000 goats and 3 Norwegians. It's a great place to go. And sit on the top and have a frothy cappuccino at the Stalheim Museum. Stalheim Museum Hotel is what I was looking for there. And it's perched at the top of the Norway Valley. And the views from there as you sip your cappuccino are simply just out of this world.
And I know we have to mention the railway.
Yeah, I mentioned the railway at the start. This is the railway, yeah, absolutely amazing.
Just got a picture of
one of the world's steepest railways, Sean. And again, probably the most popular tour when you go into Flom.
Is it?
I'd say either do this or do the Narle Fjord, which is the world's narrowest fjord. And you can see the bald eagles and seals and all sorts.
I am visiting the fjords finally in May next year, and yeah, can't wait to the railway.
Really exciting. Really
where
exciting.
next, and Keith?
And then you've got a chance to go to Bergen. I love Bergen. Have many happy days here. Amazing fish market where you'll just see every single type of marine life there. And you can take the funicular up to Mount Floyen, and there you can just go off and explore into the wilderness, go for some great walks. You can see the funicular leading up the hill there.
Oh,
There. Brigand's Wharf is the famous UNESCO-protected fisherman's wharf area with these tall warehouses that are painted with these beautiful pastel colours. That's well worth going to see. It's really, to be honest, it's a very pretty town. I love Bergen.
And then a final relaxing day at sea, and then back, of course, to Southampton. Now, that price is very, very good, and particularly when you take into account that this is the 24th of August, which is peak holiday season, isn't it?
Peak holiday
it's really
season.
Expensive time.
You know, great weather, and again, an amazing ship. Queen Victoria, I've got many friends still working on there. If you do decide to get this, get in touch with me via Facebook and let me know, because it's just such a wonderful place. The Winter Garden there, the Britannia restaurant. I mean, the service on board, it's a 5-star ship. The service is second to none. The crew won't say no to you. They'll always find an alternative. And the entertainment in that theatre, which I used to love hosting in, is simply out of this world. You had the first theatre boxes at sea, and you could actually watch a show and get the theatre box programme where you get little treats, you get a bellboy service, and
Cunard, they are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, really are.
They're
really
very, very special.
Yeah.
And we have got an outstanding price this afternoon on our last show before Christmas, of course. So, just to remind you, by the way, if you do want to book any excursion, you can do that on the website. But this is what's included there for $699, and there's a quick look at some of the excursions available as well.